Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to crack one of the most fundamental rules of physics, a rule that literally governs how everything in the universe interacts. I'm talking about Newton's third law of motion. You probably know it as the action-reaction principle. And trust me, by the end of this, you'll see it everywhere. Have you ever stopped and wondered, how does a massive rocket weighing thousands of tons just blast off into space? Or something even simpler, when you jump, what is actually pushing you up? Well, the answer to both these powerful, amazing questions lies in one beautifully simple law of physics. And the genius behind that law? The man himself, Sir Isaac Newton. His third law of motion doesn't just answer these questions, it explains countless interactions that are happening all around us, every single second. So, let's break it down and really understand what he was talking about. So, what does the law actually say? It's that famous line we've all heard. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. But, these aren't just words. They describe a perfect symmetry in our universe. Let's really dig into what those three keywords, action, equal, and opposite, truly mean. Now, this is the more formal definition, and it hides a very crucial idea. See, forces never, ever exist alone. Think of it like a cosmic handshake. If one object pushes on a second object, the second object automatically pushes back on the first one, with the exact same strength, just in the opposite direction. It's a perfect, instantaneous balance. All right, now for the most important part. Let's really deconstruct this action-reaction principle. We're going to dive into the core mechanics of how it all works. So pay close attention, because understanding this next part is key to mastering the whole concept. Okay, let's go back to that jumping example. When you're about to jump, you crouch down and you push the ground down with your legs. That push, that is your action force. In response, what does the ground do? It pushes up on you with an identical force. And that push from the ground, that's the reaction force. That reaction is what actually launches you into the air. So, this tells us three fundamental things about these force pairs. Number one, forces always come in pairs. You can never have a single isolated force. Number two, they are always equal in strength or magnitude. And number three, they are always opposite in direction. These three rules are absolutely non-negotiable in physics. And this brings us to the biggest point of confusion, the question that trips up so many people. If the forces are equal and they're opposite, then why on earth don't they just cancel each other out and result in zero? It's a perfectly logical question, and the answer is the real secret behind this law. The answer is right here, and it's so beautifully simple. Just think about it. The action force, your push, is acting on what? It's acting on the ground. But the reaction force, the ground's push, is acting on who? It's acting on you. So the two forces are acting on two completely different objects. And for forces to cancel out, they have to act on the same object. This single idea is the key to understanding everything about Newton's third law. Okay, now that we've got the theory down, let's have some fun and see how this amazing law plays out in the real world. You'll be surprised to find out you're using it all the time without even realizing it. Let's take a swimmer. To move forward, a swimmer pushes the water backward with their hands. That's the action. In return, the water pushes the swimmer forward. That's the reaction. So it's actually the push from the water that's propelling the swimmer. And now, back to our rocket. A rocket shoots hot gases downward at incredibly high velocity. That's a massive action force. Well, according to Newton, those gases must push back on the rocket with an equally massive force, but upward. That's the reaction. And that is how we reach for the stars. This law isn't just about things that are moving. It applies to objects at rest, too. Right now, if you're sitting in a chair, gravity is pulling you down onto the chair. That's the action. At the very same time, the chair is pushing up on you with an equal force. That's the reaction. If that reaction force wasn't there, you'd fall right through to the floor. Okay, let's do a quick recap. This next part is all about the key takeaways, the things you absolutely have to remember, especially when you're studying for an exam. This is the stuff that will get you those full marks. So, let's tie it all together. The law is simple. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. These force pairs are always equal in strength and opposite in direction. But the most crucial concept of all, they always act on two different objects. And that is why they do not cancel each other out. This slide is a perfect summary, so you might want to take a quick screenshot. So there you have it. You're now an expert on Newton's third law. The next time you're out, I want you to look for it. Watch a bird flying or a ball bouncing. Everywhere you look, you'll see action and reaction at play. Give it some thought. अगर आपको ये वीडियो हेल्पफुल लगी हो तो लाइक, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें और कमेंट करके बताएं अगर आप किसी स्पेसिफिक टॉपिक पे वीडियो चाहते हैं।